So a memorable moment for me so far in my career. I've had a couple. I would say like selling out a show in New York at Drum was fire. That was dope. To do that, that was fire. The show that sold out at Drum in New York was me, Spesh. I think Camino was on there, Ito. And I can't remember who else was on there. I think Planet, Asia, or at least he was there. I can't remember who all was on that joint. Those are the people I can remember right now that was performing. It was fire, and I came out. And at the time, I didn't even have a full album out. I just had like verses, and I had Do a Little Hunt 2 out at the time. But they was rapping all my verses and rapping my the music that I did have out, so that was fire. Getting a Black Thought feature so early in my career, that was fire too, because I didn't even think, like, the way how, like, when I was working with Apollo on that album, we had just finished it up, like, right when the pandemic hit, when they started shutting everything down. I had just landed in Buffalo 3 days later. They closed everything down. And it was a couple people we had a list of people we was trying to get, but a lot of them couldn't get to the studios because studios was closed down too. So I didn't really think I was gonna be able to get anybody I wanted. I had a list of people, so I just randomly went on Instagram and Black Thought hit me and was like, "I'm about to do a verse for this song." I was like, I fuck with your music. I'm a fan. It was dope. Highlight, and the song dropped. It's like it's like one of my most streamed songs right now. And the fact that Complex kind of picked that up too, which was dope. So I'll say that was like a highlight too. Rhapsody reaching out to me was a highlight. Some of my underrated MCs are like I liked AZ. I liked his swag. I liked his voice. He had a great rapping voice to me, and his flow was fire. I just love it. I don't know. He just give me a feeling when I listen to him. I'm biased because I'm upstate with it. I feel like we underrated right now. Yeah, I'm from Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York. Between Buffalo, back and forth, Buffalo and Niagara Falls, but my roots is in Buffalo. Like we always had nice. We've been nice for years. Like I was doing showcases. I'm a little younger. I started rapping and getting into it a little later. But I was doing showcases and we've been kind of doing that for years. And I feel like I feel like it's still underrated. Getting that shine, but still a little underrated with it. I think Cyrock, she underrated. I like her. She dope. I think she underrated. And she been doing it for a while. Cyrock, I like her flow. I like her, I like the theatrics, like like just the energy she brings to a track. Like, I like it. Like she recently did a joint for me and it was fire. Phenomenal. And she been doing it for a while. She kind of like an OG with it. She been doing it for a while. So, just her grind in it. And I just recently did a show with her. And, yeah, I just fuck with it. Respect it. Who am I listening to right now? I think Ransom. I feel like Ransom is underrated. And Ransom been doing this since I was a itty bitty. Like, I feel like he underrated and he back rapping. They still ain't really catching up to him though. I feel like he underrated, But that's bias. That's fam. So I guess you could say that's bias, but it is what it is. He's underrated. Him and Spesh, they both underrated. Oh, what makes them unique is the jewels they drop. The flows. They bring something different to the table that I haven't heard. And the relatability. A lot of stuff they talk about, I could relate to. And it just really on some life type shit. The first album I remember really listening to and hearing a lot, it wasn't really given to me, but I heard it a lot, was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. That was like one of them first, like I was like maybe 11, I was maybe 10 or 11 when that album came out. And or maybe a little younger, like 9 or 10. And I just remember like hearing that a lot and just being a 50 Cent fan at the time, I heard some stuff previous. He had like a mixtape out. It was called Power of a Dollar or Power of 50 Cent. Yeah, I heard that. It had the Ghetto Quran. I liked that song. What made 50 ill was just his him just not really giving a fuck and caring about like what people had to say, the industry. Shit, he almost died. They tried to take him out. He still didn't care. He dominated, and he was like a bully. Like, he came for his, and if you don't give it to him, he gonna take it. So, you know, that was like, as a kid coming up, that's exciting, seeing something like that. You know, rapper just dominate like that. When I was old enough to go and like buy albums and stuff, like Wayne was lit. I can't remember what album it was, like it might have been Carter 2. But yeah, like Wayne was lit and stuff. Like a lot of albums I bought and stuff, still it may not be stuff that inspired me, because like the rappers that inspired me were like the Nas's and Jay-Z's and all that, and Foxy. I wasn't buying them albums though. I started listening to them as I started really like getting into music. It wasn't albums that I went out and bought, but I was like a Wayne fan at one point. Carter 2, 400 Degrees, like, you know. So like some of the first CDs I was buying at the time, like when I was coming up, Wayne was like the man. So like I was buying, it was like Carter 2, you know, a lot of his mixtapes. I was like a preteen. I was like maybe 12, 13 years old at the time. That's what I was into. But again, at that age, it was transitioning from CDs to MP3 players. So, you know, we was going online. Like, that's when the internet, like, you know, YouTube and, like, downloading music started becoming a thing. So, like, how I used to find out about new music would be, like, it could be out at a party. It could be at a skating ring. It could be on the radio. Or it could just be from the internet, or it could be like I know back like when LimeWire was a thing, they'll have like the new music, like they'll have it like people put it on there. They got like Lil Wayne new drop or something like that. And you just download it. Like it was a lot of songs that I would listen to they were like songs that never really came out. Music was leaking a lot too around that time. So like a lot of music I was listening to was like leaked mixtape type songs that, you know, wasn't really getting no attention like that. What's up? It's your girl Shane Noir coming live. I came all the way from Buffalo, New York to come out here and vibe out with them. Make sure y'all check out 247hh.com.